Hi guys, my name's Bex, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing to you TBR Jenga. So I made a joke a while back, and I don't know whose channel I made the joke on, but I made a joke about TBR games. Now, not a joke in a bad way, like I love watching TBR games. A lot of people have them going at the moment. Becca from Becca and the Books has Becca's Bookopoly. Codie from Codie's Book Corner has The Wheel of TBR. Jade from Jade Ray Reads has Trivial Pursuit TBR, and I've seen a lot of this going around on BookTube. And on one of their videos, I made a joke. I think it might have been on Jay's that was like, oh, shotgun TBR Jenga. And for some reason, that has been on my mind since I made the joke. So I thought, considering that I love watching TBR games to get the TBR that we're going to reading, I thought I would do a one-off video giving you my February TBR for 2020 and use TBR Jenga. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail. Basically, I bought a TBR Jenga, or like a cheap knockoff. It's called Jumbling Tower. I thought it'd be funny to write prompts on the blocks and then play Jenga. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be picking 6 blocks out of my TBR Jenga, and I'm going to find a book that corresponds with whatever prompt. Now, there's a lot of prompts. I'm not going to explain all of them to you. It's just too much. But what I will do is I'll explain them as I go. So without further ado, let's not delay this any further. I don't know if this is even going to be a good video, but I thought it would be a fun way to pick my TBR for February. So let's get started and see what I will be reading for February. Okay, so it's time to pick my first piece. Let's go straight in the middle, because I feel like that's going to be the easiest bit to get out. And first up we have Random Number Generator. So the first block I got was Random Number Generator, and for this one I'm going to be putting the amount of books that I've got unread on my shelves, which is 202, into a random number generator, and then I'm going to be reading one. So let's get started and see what I'll be reading. So I'm just going to this Random Number Generator app, and I've put between 1 and 202, and now I'm going to press Generate, and the number is 96. Now let's see what it is. And the 96th book on my TBR is Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Skye. This is a fairy loot book that I got a while ago, and it is now going to be on my TBR. I thought my TBR might have been a little bit more friendly than me because this is over 400 pages, but apparently not. Sora can move as silently as a ghost and hurl throwing stars with lethal accuracy. Her Gemini Damon can win any physical fight blindfolded and with an arm tied behind his back. They are apprentice warriors of the Society of Tigers, marked by the gods to be trained in magic and the fighting arts to protect the kingdom of Kichona. As their graduation approaches, Sora and Damon look forward to proving themselves worthy of belonging to an elite group. But in a kingdom free of violence since the Blood Rift Rebellion many years ago, it's been difficult to make their mark. So when Sora and Damon encounter a strange camp of mysterious soldiers on a scouting mission, they decide the only thing to do to help their kingdom is to infiltrate the group. Taking this risk will change Sora's life forever and lead her on a mission of deception that may fool everyone she's ever loved. Moving on to the next piece, let's go a little bit lower and go the other way. It is a retelling. The next one we have picked is Retelling, so I need to pick a book that is a retelling on my shelves, and I know exactly what I'm going to pick for this one. It is going to be Cress by Marissa Meyer. This is a book in the Lunar Chronicles series by Marissa Meyer, and it is always a retelling of a certain fairy tale, and this one I think looks to be Rapunzel. But I am really enjoying this retelling series, and I cannot wait to continue it. So Cress is going to be my retelling. Okay, third choice. I've gone risky and I've gone for a corner piece. And next up we get my favourite genre, which is fantasy. Next up we have fantasy, and the books that are already on my TBR are both fantasy, so I feel like I should be able to double up. But I'm not going to, and I'm going to pick another fantasy novel, so bear with me. Since February is the month of the Polathon run by Jade from Jade Ray Reads, I decided to pick up a polar fantasy, which is going to be this one, A Shiver of Snow and Sky by Lisa Louisdeck. And in this polar fantasy, the sky tells colors and kind of senses things. So green means all is well, blue means there is a snowstorm coming, and red is danger. So I'm excited to see what this one brings, and I believe a girl, Osa, was born when the sky was red and a plague took a lot of people's lives. And this time, when she's grown up, the sky turns red again, and she is trying to stop the onslaught. Okay, fourth choice, and I think I'm going to go... I'm gonna go for a safe one in the middle again. But I'm just gonna, oh, yeah. Oh, we got multiple moving. That's fun. Let's put that back. Change my mind, I'll just take this one on the edge if it will come out nicely, and it does. So this is Read a Booktube Friend's worst. Oh, that's a rough one. Next up is Read a Booktube Friend's worst books, and I know exactly what book I'm going to read here as well. It is going to be The Merciful Crow by Margaret Owen. This was on Jade from Jade Ray Reads Worst, and I was surprised because I'd heard amazing things about this one. But since it was on her worst list, I'm gonna have to give it a go. This is set in a world full of castes again, and so it says, fire abides by one rule, look after your own. As the future chieftain of a shunned caste of mercy killers, she relies on her wits and bone magic drawn from the teeth of dead witches to protect her band. The crows take more abuse than coin, so when they're called to collect the royal dead, Fi hopes they'll find a payout of a lifetime. When Fi discovers that the Crown Prince Jazimir and his crafty bodyguard Tarvin have faked their deaths to escape the ruthless Queen Roshana, she's ready to cut her losses and perhaps their throats, but Jazz offers a deal that she can't refuse. Make sure he lives to see the throne, and he'll protect the crows when he reigns. So really excited about this one. I don't know why I'm excited about it since it's on Jade's worst list, but we'll just see how it goes. This is one that I've wanted to read since, I think, Princess of Paperback mentioned it, and I watched her vlog of it, and she looked like she was having a really, really good reading time with this one, so I'm excited to read it as well. Okay, for number 5, I'm going to be a cheat and go straight off the top. It is Read a Book I Hauled in 2018. Oh, that one's going to be a tough one as well. Next up is 2018 haul read. So that means I have to go to one of my 2018 hauls and pick a book that I have not read yet. I'll just go to hauls and go to 2018.
Hi guys, my name's Bex and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing to you my June book haul.
Do we miss the old intro? The first one is Grace and Fury, and I've already read that. Next is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I've read that. Next is The Extinction Trials, and I've read that. Next up is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. Now, I want to read that one, but it's a massive book, and I've already got such massive books on my TBR, so I'm just going to keep going and see if there's anything else. But if there's not, I think it's going to be The Poppy War, which is scary. The Poppy War is the only one on the list that I haven't read. So I guess it means it's going on my TBR, which is terrifying. So opium runs through the heart in the Nikara Empire, a constant reminder of the war with the Federation of Mungan that brought it to the Empire's shores. A war that only ended thanks to 3 heroes, the Viperess, the Dragon Emperor, and the Gatekeeper, known as the Trifecta. They were legendary figures, each bestowed with godlike powers, who united the warlords of the Empire against the Federation. Decades have passed, the Trifecta is shattered, the Dragon Emperor is dead, the Gatekeeper is missing, and the Viperess alone sits on the throne at Singard. Peace reigns, yet the poppy remains. War orphan Fang Runan grew up with it. Her adopted family smuggles it throughout the Rooster Province, making a living on the misfortune of those addicted to its smoke. But when Rin's parents force her into an arranged marriage, Rin refuses to accept her fate and fights her way to the prestigious military academy at Singard. She will learn of the drug-fueled shamanic powers thought to be myth, powers which might defeat the Federation during its 3rd invasion. But the cost of some power is too great to pay, even if it means winning the war that threatens to destroy an entire nation. So at the moment, my TBR is not looking good. Let's see what the last one that I pull out is going to be. And last but not least, I'm going to go here in the middle. And it is the genre science fiction. So we got science fiction, and I'm going to be really, really gentle on myself with the science fiction. And I'm going to go for a graphic novel, which is going to be The Woods Volume 4 Movie Night. Now, this is the 4th book in the Woods series, which is basically a story about a school in Milwaukee which somehow gets picked up and transported to an alternate time and place, and it's a really, really great sci-fi series. I really, really love that this was a recommendation from me by Jess from Jess Reads Books, and I've been loving every single one, so I can't wait to see what movie night brings in the 4th one. And this is the last one I actually have on me, but the artwork is so colourful, and I'm excited to see what happens with this one. So, now I know how everyone else feels with TBR games, because this is my TBR. And it's massive. So I've got Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Skye, Crest by Marissa Meyer, A Shiver of Snow and Sky by Lisa Ludek, The Merciful Crow by Margaret Owen, The Poppy War by R.F. Kwong, and The Woods Volume 4 Movie Night by James Tiernan IV. And that is it for me today, guys. I hope you liked this little TBR game. I doubt I'll do it again, but I thought it was going to be fun for 1 month anyway. If you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more and have not already, and chat to me down in the comments. Let me know if you liked this TBR game, and let me know what you're reading for the month of February. I would love to hear about it and talk about it in the comments. But that is it for me today, guys. I make videos every Monday and Thursday, and I'll see you in a new one. Bye!